Good evening from the Student Life Center on the campus of Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary in Plymouth, Minnesota. I'm Wade Mobley from the Jason Goodham Memorial Broadcast Table, courtside, sitting in our chairs. Alongside me is head coach and athletic director Logan Strand.
How you doing tonight, Wade?
I'm doing great. What do we have in front of us?
Tonight we got the FLBC Women Conquerors taking on the North Central Rams JV program here tonight in the Student Life Center from a freezing Plymouth, Minnesota.
Yeah, it is. Winter came for real. We only have about 4 inches of snow. I have friends in Nashville. It's colder in Nashville right now and more snow, which is odd.
I can't believe that. But you know what? We are here in the nice and warm Student Life Center. Crisp 72 degrees. I don't know if that's true, but it's nice in here.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it's we probably overplay this card, but we love this building. We're very thankful for this building. It's really good. Logan, we don't typically get to do this until after a game.
I can't believe it. I am so happy to be here and be able to join you in the booth and be able to sit here and watch a great FLBC Conqueror basketball game.
So I suppose we have to say last night with a North Central JV win over FLBC, it was a substantial victory. Guys played hard, though.
Guys played hard. Guys played great. Now they're going to take a nice time and come out here and support the girls. We got half the team up in the stands already, so we're looking good.
And they're always good about that. The students do a good job of supporting the teams, and we're excited to see the rest of this season play out. I wanted to mention that tonight's broadcast, we have a number of sponsors through the year, but the sponsor for tonight's game is Truestone Wealth Management. You'll hear about them through the game and our other sponsors, but Truestone Wealth Management is sponsoring tonight's broadcast. They are the official financial services provider of FLBC Athletics. Contact Kyle Kirby, Mark Presting, or Tim Fugelberg at 701-352-1217 for help planning your financial future. And we have a stat program. If people want to follow along at home, they can watch this and look at live stats at flbcathletics.com. Seems to work pretty well.
It works fantastic. We are so thankful to have that program, and we're thankful for you listening in and watching our games and supporting our teams.
And they do. So last night I was doing the game with Eric Christensen, who I've known forever. You know, he was a student manager when I coached here. He's our maintenance director now. And so we weren't sure exactly how this would work. Jason Goodham's usually play-by-play. I do color. I'm not super comfortable doing play-by-play. And we found out that Eric can't stop talking, so I was doing play-by-play. He was doing color, and we just switched around midway through the first half, and it worked out okay. I'm
not going to lie. While I was watching film today back at the game last night, I was a little confused at what was happening. It started with you, then Eric wouldn't stop talking, and I was like, I have no idea what's happening.
It was very confusing. It was almost as if we didn't know what we were doing, but it worked out in the end. So, okay, so talking in our ears a little bit. Are we okay? Producer Luke Kwambeck? Yeah, we can hear you, Aaron.
Yeah.
So this is it's a four-man production crew.
Yes, sir.
1.5 cameras, one operational, one stationary. Luke Kwambeck, our producer, and Aaron Dyrud, student worker on the camera tonight. It's good having Aaron along for the season. Have you seen the women play much this year? I was on sabbatical all fall, and I was a good boy. I stayed away from everything.
Oh, yes, I have seen the women play quite a bit.
What have you observed?
I've observed we are a very fundamental team, and we are going to take care of the basketball, and hopefully we'll be able to do that tonight, get some open shots with our motion offense, and be able to execute down the stretch. So we'll see how we do tonight. You know, first game off of break, you know, so we're likely to be some rust as we get ready for the weekend in our first conference games. But I'm excited to see what the Women Conquerors are able to bring tonight.
So we have we'll have our lineups and a national anthem and a prayer, as we always do at the beginning of the game. But as long as we have some time, I want to run down our roster for FLBC. We'll let North Central JV take care of themselves here a little bit. No offense, but this is the home broadcast.
Oh, absolutely. A little biased.
The full roster. Faith Peterson is a 5'8", freshman, first-year student from Valley City, North Dakota. Kelly Grevin, a 5'2" sophomore, a guard from Newark, Illinois. And remember, most of our program is a 2-year program, so freshman, sophomore, and with an occasional junior or senior sprinkled in. We'll talk about that later. Natalie Scott, the 5'4" guard, second-year student from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Grace Newton.
I don't know.
Hard T?
Hard T, I believe. But if I screwed that up, that's my fault.
I think it's New Tune. News Tune. Sorry, Grace.
Sorry, Grace. That's our bad.
Thank you for giving us grace. Wanamingo, Minnesota. You know about Wanamingo, Minnesota?
I've been down there. I got some family down from that area. It's a good area.
It's fun to say it. Can you go ahead and say it?
Wanamingo?
See, you want to say it. You at home, you want to say it? Kenyon, Wanamingo, Minnesota. Grace Newstune. There it is. I think that's what it was. Anna Wren is a 5'6" sophomore from Bemidji, Minnesota. Gracia Rolfe is not playing the rest of the year. She's from Lisbon, North Dakota. Has had some medical concerns with her shins, and she's not able to play. That's unfortunate. She state championship wrestler.
Oh yeah.
Which is always fun to say about your basketball team.
Oh yeah. That's.
Maddie Munfram, who would be your first cousin once removed, right?
Yep.
So that's Calais Moan to me. Yep. That's how that works. A second-year student from Greeley, Colorado. Lauren Jones, New Hope, Minnesota, a first-year student. Veronica Nessa, whose parents were in the men's dorm when I was a student, believe it or not. Actually, I was DA. I was a DA, dorm assistant. And then Brialyn Thu. Brialyn.
Yep.
Brialyn Thu, a 5'6", second-year student from Jamestown, North Dakota. Starters tonight: Faith Peterson, Kelly Grevin, Maddie Munfram, Lauren Jones, and Veronica Nessa against Savi Rael, Ashanti Bradley, Kristen Ragasa, Brianka. This is the one we're going to struggle with.
Yep.
Let's try it.
Jamanican.
We're just going to go with it.
We're going with it.
Jamanican. There we go. And Fernanda Sanchez. And that'll be the starters for North Central. We were on a phone call today, planning some events.
Absolutely.
We've got 2 minutes left, so we can probably talk about it if you want.
Absolutely.
What do we have? We have 2 opportunities coming up where you get to knock. I mean, you're going to be coaching, but you're going to be busy, and I'll be helping.
It's going to be 2 of the best weekday basketball you'll get to have. We have the NIAC tournament coming up here in February. That is our conference tournament. We will be here on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday hosting our conference tournament. And then during March, we have the ACCA National Tournament that will be hosted here at FLBC. March 12th through the 15th, I believe, are those dates. And we will be here with teams from all over the country playing basketball for Jesus, and it's going to be amazing. So if you want to come out and support us in those aspects, we are more than happy to host you and come out and watch some basketball.
So the NIAC tournament, you can find dates on this on our website as well.
Yes.
But the NIAC, it's a mix of tribal, I think right down the middle, tribal colleges and Bible colleges that have been playing against each other for years. And that tournament's typically really competitive. It's
Absolutely.
Fun basketball.
It's a good time. If you love basketball and watching basketball, that's a great weekend to come out here and support. We have games going on all day. You can come watch high-quality basketball throughout the entire day. Our schools will be playing it as well as hosting, and it'll be a good time to come out here and see the campus. And
that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Obviously, the Sunday championship game it's not ideal, but it's what several of the schools, they don't want to miss a whole lot more school.
Yep.
And then the ACCA, that's a possibly Tuesday night, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
Have a couple of Adventist schools who play with us, and a lot of times they don't want to play they never want to play on Saturday. So that's a good time as well, and we will have men's and women's teams playing at the same time as the NCCAA National Tournament, which is co-hosted by Crown College and North Central University this year.
What a weekend of basketball, just coming out into the Twin Cities and come out and watch a bunch of Christian schools go out and serve the Lord and playing basketball through sport.
We have a national anthem and prayer and starting lineups coming soon from PA announcer John Grevin.
John Grevin tonight.
The husband of FLBC coach Wendy Grevin.
Good evening. Welcome to the Student Life Center here on the campus of Free Lutheran Bible College for tonight's women's basketball game between North Central and your Free Lutheran Bible College conquerors. Before we begin, let's have a word of prayer, and we'll have the national anthem to follow. Heavenly Father, thank you for this evening. We thank you for the safe travel for North Central to come out and visit this evening. We pray that there would be safety among our athletes, the referees, and may we as fans and staff use this time to lift up your name and to honor and worship you. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Please stand and face to the east for our national anthem. All right, tonight's starting lineups for North Central University. Number 1 from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Save Rael. Number 22 from Valparaiso, Indiana, Ashanti Bradley. Number 24 from Pa'aulo, Hawaii, Kristen Ragasa. Number 30 from Gulf Breeze, Florida, Bianca Gamation. And number 44 from Houston, Texas, Fernanda Sanchez. And now our starting lineups for your Lady Conquerors. Sophomore from the Front Range, Greeley, Colorado, Madison Munfrum. Hometown talent from New Hope, Minnesota, Lauren Jones. Fresh off the Iowa caucus from the cornfields of Radcliffe, Iowa, Veronica Nessa. From Valley City, North Dakota, Faith, Hope and Love, Peterson. And Newark, Illinois, Kelly Grevin.
And Kelly Grevin is not the coach's daughter, it's the coach's niece.
Yep.
Now he was having some fun with that one.
Oh, man. This is why we give people the microphone, Wade.
John
Just to
Grevin.
Enjoy that.
U.S. Air Force retired. He was the basketball coach when I was here. I played for him for 4 games, and I figured I was too old and my knees were hurting too bad. Anyway.
Oh, Wade, you wouldn't have been able to survive with me.
Oh, man, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. Okay. Well, this should be fun. See how we do, huh?
Oh, it's gonna be great. Here we go.
Very loud.
Oh, it's fantastic.
This might be the loudest women's JV game in the history of this building.
And here we go. We're underway from the Student Life Center. Kelly Grevin controls the tip. Passes it to Faith on the perimeter. Looks to pass. Swings it to Maddie Munfrum with Faith on the back cut for 2 to start the game.
Nice back cut against man-to-man defense, and that's a good start for FLBC.
There we go, and as they come out in the break in a full court press as Raul brings it up the floor. Maddie Munfrum out of control with the blocking foul, picks it up to start the game.
She likes that part of her game, though.
Oh, yeah, she gets that. She's got that strand blood in her where she doesn't know.
She gets 5, and she's going to use them all.
She's using all of them. First team foul for FLBC as Bradley controls it on top of the perimeter. Passes it to Rael on the perimeter. Swings it around to Gettleman for three. Bradley misses and is rebounded by the smallest person on the floor, Kelly Grevin.
I like seeing that.
Pushes up the floor to Lauren Jones. Lauren Jones attacks the lane. Veronica Nessa for three and misses off the block. And Faith with a good offensive rebound and puts it up and is fouled, going up for two.
Good rebounding by FLBC, so that'll be the first foul, one on each team now. And Faith Peterson will go to the line. That's a good start to the game.
Absolutely. You can see the aggressiveness
like
coming
the press.
from FLBC. Absolutely. I like it coming off of a break where you weren't playing to coming out and being ready to go.
I do too. First one's in, 3-0 lead for FLBC.
Hey. Faith misses a second, and it's rebounded by Sanchez. Bradley has the ball on top of the perimeter, swings it around to good mannequin. Back to Bradley for two, and she knocks it down.
FLBC is in man-to-man defense unless they are in that press, and they're dropping to the 2-3.
Yep. Nessa throws it to Jones underneath the basket, and Jones puts it up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Rael. She pushes it forward to, and it's knocked out of bounds.
Oh, they got back nicely, didn't they?
Yeah, they sprinted back, something that the men could not do yesterday, but they will work on it.
That was tough. They were releasing a little bit.
Oh, just a
That was
little
like,
bit. Just a little bit.
I got a story for you about that one, but that's another time.
Bradley's got the ball on the perimeter, passes it inside to Sanchez for two, and it's rebounded by Faith Peterson.
Good job by Peterson. Contest and block out, and hope they miss the short shot.
That's how we teach it here at FLBC, as Pearson brings it into the back court.
Hernandez was a handful last night, wasn't he?
Absolutely. Those big guys are a handful. Peterson.
Oh, beautiful. No, was that a travel?
Absolutely, it was.
It was? Okay.
It 100%
All right,
travel.
sounds good. So it wasn't just the up and under move? Okay.
That one, she needs to put the ball down, but
all right,
that's okay. We're
that's
learning.
all right.
As Riel controls it for North Central, getting the play from the coach as she brings it into the back court. Or front court, sorry.
It's somebody's backcourt.
It's somebody's backcourt, you know. Hey,
good job.
I haven't been in the booth for a while as Lauren Jones
Good job,
gets the steal, and she goes and she passes it to Munn from underneath for two, and it goes in.
This is a great beginning.
Absolutely. This is the start FLBC needed here at home as they get back into the press as they're pressuring North Central. Rael brings it into the front court. Grevin all over her, and she knocks it away. Controlled back.
They're going to call that. It was off the knee. So they're going to say it was tipped but controlled by North Central.
Yep.
That she did not lose control of the ball because of the defender. She lost the control of the ball because of herself.
Yep.
That's a difficult judgment call. But by the way, I think it was right.
I think it was right too. As Brianne Through checks in for the first time for FLBC, as Veronica Nessa controls it on the top of the key. She's pressured by Bradley on top perimeter, but she makes a good move, but it's blocked by Bradley, and she brings it up into the front court for North Central. It swings around to Rael for three, and it's off the mark, and it's rebounded by Through right into the game, right into the action. North Central now with the press and makes FLBC turn it over to Rael underneath for two. It's off the mark.
How did that go out?
Through gets the rebound and pushes up to Nessa.
There's a little trouble on that outlet pass, but I don't know how that ball did not. It was down and it came right out.
Yeah, that one rolled around the perimeter as FLBC controls and turns it over on the pass.
It's a little ill at ease with the ball there for a while.
Yep.
5-2 game, good start for the Lady Conquerors.
Absolutely, and they need to continue this energy that they have to start the game as North Central brings it up in the front court. It's controlled by Regressa, and she drives, and she's fouled on her way up. She'll be shooting two. Foul is on number 24, Brianna Through. I think that's her first.
So, we're hearing audience noise in our headsets.
Yes, sir.
Where's it coming from?
I have no idea.
I'm curious which mic, because I'm not sure.
One more shot.
Is it?
Well, Regressa misses the first.
It's very interesting. So it's picking
makes
up
the
crowd
second.
noise as well, but that's okay. It's atmosphere.
Yeah, it's fun for us. As Regressive makes a second, makes a 5-3 game as FLBC controls in the front court. Swings it over to Peterson. Peterson back to through on top of the perimeter. She passes it to the cutting Peterson, who swings it back out to Grevin. To through on the wing, looking for the post up inside. It's not
stick
there.
it in there. Stick it in there.
It gets deflected to Munfrom, and it's tied up underneath, and we got a jump ball, and that'll be North Central's ball.
If you get that defender on your back, you got to stick the ball in.
Oh, yeah, throw it in the post. Get some inside touches.
Get the touches, yep. And back to this 1-2-1-1 press, drop into a matchup zone.
They try and get the trap, and it misses as Gemenican, the one that we can't say. We'll get up
Gemenican.
And that's kicked out to Rael for 3, and it's off the mark, and it is out of bounds, and it will be Conqueror basketball.
Okay, so Rael, that shot has not been going in, but she's got a shot that looks like it's going to go in, doesn't it?
Who does that remind you of, from your days of watching FLBC basketball?
Probably Micah Moan. I mean, it's kind of although I talked about that. Stefan and Paige were listening last night as I said that Micah is probably the best moan. And there was a fence caused.
So as Mumfrom puts it up and in, and it's 7-3
knew that was
here
in.
for FLBC.
Maddie knew that was in.
Back into the press. It seems like off of every made basket, FLBC will be pressing here tonight.
That's good.
And they force the turnover. Faith Peterson with a steal up to Grevin.
Oh, no.
And
friendly fire.
And Kelly Grevin misses the layup, and it is rebounded for a jump ball, and that'll be FLBC Conqueror basketball underneath.
That was 2 defenders ran into each other. One fell down. They almost both fell down.
Yep. Grace King checks in for North Central for the first time tonight.
I'm liking the trap.
Oh, yeah. I like the aggressiveness right off the bat from FLBC. It seems they have the athletes to be able to do it. As Grevin catches the inbound pass, and shot is missed and is rebounded by the just checked in Grace King as she pushes it up the floor to give back in. Or Regressa, I'm sorry. Bradley for 3, and it's off the mark, and is a tie-up underneath, and that'll be North Central basketball.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that nobody's going to take the basketball from Faith Peterson or Maddie Munfrom.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that.
They both have kind of like a face-off mentality.
Yes, or they will elbow you in the face.
That's right, face-off. Okay.
Ball is inbounded to... And that's made by Regressa for 2.
Just couldn't quite get that defensive rebound.
Nope, couldn't get the blockouts, couldn't secure the board, and that leads to second chance points for North Central. Nessa brings it up and is pressured, and it is knocked out of bounds.
7-5 halfway through the first quarter. FLBC with the lead. Playing well.
Playing well to start. Grace is checking in for the first time from Maddie Mumford. We'll see how she's going to do tonight for FLBC. Peterson's going to inbound the pass, and it goes to Grace to start the game. I'm not going to screw up her last name, so I'm calling her Grace. As FLBC turns it over.
Well, was about to.
Oh.
Okay, so that's a mistake. So North Central just let that one go.
Yeah, you got to go.
So that gave us half of a possession, I suppose.
And FLBC will control it off the tie-up as Lauren Jones checks back into the game.
News tune.
News tune. All right. As Grevin brings it up the floor, passes it to Through. North Central goes for the steal, couldn't get it. Good jump stop by Through, and she passes it to Peterson for 3, and it's off the mark, but is rebounded by Grevin. Back out to Jones, who turns it over to Rael on the pass.
Lauren's a good athlete.
Absolutely.
I've never seen her play. So.
She's good. She's fun to watch. You'll have a good time. As Suter has it underneath and goes up for 2.
Nice left hand, and that'll tie the game.
So far, a pretty up and down game, which has been good as Jones brings it and passes it over to Newstoon on the corner. Looking for someone to pass to, and it's turned over and stolen by Rael as she pushes it in the break, and she goes up, and it is no good, but it's rebounded by Newstoon, who outlets it to Jones, and Jones pushes up the floor to Peterson. Peterson goes up for the layup, and it is blocked, and is taken by Rael. Bringing it back as Grevin tries to cut her off. Rael with a good spin, goes up for 2, and it's good by North Central.
That was a nice finish by Rael, and good hustle by Kelly Grevin getting back to stop the ball.
Absolutely.
And Coach Grevin is going to take a 20-second timeout. Actually, they're not 20s; they're 30s,
30s.
now.
We're 30s now, Wade. We're
How many
30s.
years has it been?
Quite a
Several.
few.
Okay,
Quite a few
all
since
right.
we've had 20 seconds.
Anyway, that's,
But what a great time to hear from one of our sponsors, don't you think, Wade?
Isn't it nice? So tonight's game is brought to you by True Stone Wealth Management. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. True Stone is the official financial services provider of FLBC Athletics. Contact Kyle Kirby, Mark Presting, or Tim Fugelberg at 701-352-1217 for help planning your financial future. For those of you who are not familiar, Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary has been establishing students in the eternal and inerrant Word of God for a life of faith in Jesus Christ and faithful service in His kingdom. We've been doing that for about 60 years now.
Oh, man.
Several generations of your family.
Yikes.
And for more information about the Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary, go to flbc.edu.
Shout out to Dwayne Strand, who's about 60 years old at this point, and he was probably here for one of the first classes.
Do they call him Dr. Dewey?
Dr. Dewey. What a guy. Had to give him a shout out. I know he's listening as Nessa travels here in the front coat for LBC.
One of your favorite parents.
One of my favorite parents. One of them. One of two.
And unofficial team photographer.
Unofficial team doctor as well.
And doctor, yes.
As Jones knocks it away, but North Central retaining possession. Good hustle there by Lauren Jones.
Lauren's a good athlete. I've never watched any of the female Joneses play sports.
Lauren plays like a linebacker in football. She's going to run through you and go get the ball, which I appreciate.
Multiple older brothers will do that to you.
Absolutely. Shout out to Ryan Jones, who was in my class here at FLBC.
Mm-hmm. And didn't play.
And didn't play basketball.
Ultimate, though.
Yes, an ultimate player. As King handles it and passes it off to Gamenican in the backcourt.
Gamenican.
I promise you, I will mess up every name.
That's
as
all right.
Sadie Sunset had the ball, and then Rael's got the offensive rebound. She goes up for two, and it's good. North Central takes the lead 11-7.
Oops.
And it's turned over as Rael gets a steal. She's got no help with her, and she waits for her team.
Oh, that was deep.
Sluter goes up for three and misses
Sluter shot
everything.
that from 23, 24 feet and shot it at about 21 feet.
Sluter looks like me in open gym when I play with the guys and thinks that I'm Stephen Curry.
Oh, they're going to press the presser now, so we have to break the press ourselves.
Yep. But it looks like it's a man press as Nessa breaks it easily, passing up to Nicetoon, up to Munfrum here in the front court, and to cutting Lauren Jones for two, and it's off the rim. And it's another jump ball as this one will be possessed by North Central as Sanchez checks back in for North Central.
When watching a women's basketball game, there are many jump balls.
Yes. I have not watched a women's basketball game in a month, so I forgot.
Many jump balls.
As Rael splits some defenders, as Sunset passes it out to King, and Rael for three in the corner, off the mark, and is offensive rebound by Gamenican. And she gets the corner three. It's off the mark, and it is rebounded by Anna Wren, and she travels.
Oops. Noted soccer aficionado Anna Wren.
Yes. All she had to do was put the ball down there, and she forgot to dribble. But
Pride
it's okay.
and joy of Bemidji, Minnesota. Much like you and me in soccer, although you played soccer.
I did play
College.
soccer.
Yeah, I never could get my mind around it because my sport, you couldn't touch the ball with your feet. And in that sport, you can't touch the ball with your hands.
Yep. All it is, a lot of agility ladders, and a lot of movement. Rail's going to control the ball here for North Central as they set up their motion offense. Going to be a dribble handoff for North Central as jump stop down the lane. He goes up for two. It's no good. Sanchez with the rebound, up for two.
And a nice little 8-0 run for the Rams.
Yep, as FLBC started the game fast, but North Central has responded well as Nessa turns it over. As here comes Regressa, and it is knocked out of bounds by her, I think is what happened there.
Maddie Munfrum shot out of a cannon, distracted somebody, and the ball went out of bounds off of North Central University.
I think she put on the Strand angry face.
I think
and
so.
It scared her.
Scott, if you're listening, your daughter was getting after it.
Absolutely. Grevin gets the ball off the inbounds pass as North Central tries to trap, but Grevin breaks it. trying to get across.
Yep. That's too bad. It's 10-second call.
That is a 10-second call, even though it was not 10 seconds. Only 6 seconds
happened?
ran off the shot clock.
I think he was. I think he looked up and saw 24. I was thinking 35.
Yes.
To 24.
Yes. This is college, not high school. High school is 35, I believe.
See, I've proved I don't know the modern rules of the game.
Yes. I've watched a lot of variety of basketball games from high school to middle school to college.
Okay, so props to the ref, though.
Absolutely.
You mess up, fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we love about our officials that we get here. As Wren controls it on the wing, she drives in, and she turns it over as it is stolen by Regressa, who brings it into the front court and almost loses it, but swings it back out to number 22, Bradley, who shoots a three. It's off the mark, and offensive rebounded by
yeah, that's a travel.
Dominican, and North Central will turn it over on the
Okay,
top.
so she could have gone up with that, but she couldn't then reestablish a pivot foot.
Exactly.
So it was the jump stop backwards?
Yes. It's not how we teach it.
No.
Grevin brings the ball up for FLBC and kicks it to Nystuen. She swings it to Wren on the wing. Wren throws it to Maddie Munn from underneath, who goes up for two and hits the top of the backboard, and that is out of bounds for FLBC.
That's all right. It's shots on goal.
Yeah. As we use soccer terms here at FLBC.
Or hockey.
Or hockey,
Yeah.
either way.
State to stick.
Bradley's going to bring it up for North Central. Goes to Sanchez in the post. She goes up for two and is rebounded by Nystuen. Grevin's going to bring it up for FLBC. She looks to push, and she gets it to Wren in the corner. Wren throws it to Maddie Munn from underneath for two, and it's good.
Here we go.
FLBC cuts the lead to 4 as they get back in their 1-2-2 press.
That was a 5-minute scoring drought ended quite nicely by Munfrom.
Here comes North Central in the front court as Gemenikin drives down the lane. It's up, and it's good for 2. Good response by North Central there. And here comes Grevin as we run down the clock here in the first quarter. Wren's got it on the wing. Passes it into the high post for Maddie Munfrom. Munfrom drives in and shoots a layup. It's no good, but she's fouled underneath. She'll be going to the line for 2.
Hey, you know, it's about time one of your relatives contributes to FLBC basketball.
Yeah, I
right?
know, right? Man. Come on, relatives.
She's doing really well. Really well driving down the lane.
Absolutely.
So Coach Grevin's playing almost her entire roster.
Well, that's the nice thing about JV games. You know, you get everyone through, get them in, get the rust out as as Munfrom shoots the first and misses off the back iron. You know, you get to play everyone, you give everyone a chance. You know, find out some rotations that can work as we get ready to head into conference play for this second semester. Munfrom shoots the second, and it goes off the back iron and is rebounded by Regressa. She passes it back to Bradley, and it's North Central looks to bring it up for one shot here in the front court. Bradley swings it to Sunset, who gives it to Sanchez at the high post, who shoots it and is off the mark and is off the hands of Munfrom, and will stay here with North Central with 8 seconds left in the first quarter.
Shot clock will be off. FLBC will get the ball to start the second quarter. Like to no more damage here in this quarter.
Nope. Is inbounded from North Central right underneath, and it's knocked right back out of bounds by through as 0.2 seconds went off the clock.
Good hands.
Is inbounded to Regressa, and she gets the basket for 2 in 2 seconds, and Grevin's going to huck one up at the buzzer, or not. Nystuen is. It's no good as we end the first quarter. Score is 17-9 North Central as we head to our break.
That was unfortunate. Just kind of lost track.
Yep, that's where you got to communicate on those switches and on the out-bounce plays and make sure that you don't go up open baskets.
Bit of a busted coverage. End of the first quarter, 17-9. North Central University Rams, JV team, up on FLBC. What do you have for points?
A couple leaders. We got Regressa here for North Central with 5 and Rael with 4 for leading North Central. And for FLBC, we got Munfrom with 6 and Pearson with 3, and they have all the points for FLBC.
Thank you to Truestone Wealth Management, again, for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. For more help with your financial future, contact Truestone at 701-352-1217. And you do want some help. It's okay to get some financial advice, even if you kind of sort of know what you're doing.
Well, even if you kind of sort of also don't know what you're doing.
I think it's helpful.
Give them a call. We got some smart guys over there.
Well, they're also not heavy salespeople. They're not going to be pushy. They're going to help. They're actually help you. And so okay. What you got going on this weekend?
This weekend, we are taking the teams and we are going up to Winnipeg for a couple games in Canada. So we will be up there this weekend. And then the weekend after that, we will be heading out to Ellendale, North Dakota to go take on the Trinity Lions.
You're doing some travel. Is it Canadian Mennonite in Providence? Is that who it is?
Yep, so we're just playing Canadian Mennonite on our trip up to Canada.
Okay.
And then February 2nd and 3rd, we will play Providence here for our homecoming weekend,
Okay,
which
so
you all should come
CMU
out
then
to.
is 2 games back-to-back, so for like Friday, Saturday for travel purposes.
Yep.
We do a lot of that.
Yep.
And the land of poutine. How do you feel about poutine?
I love poutine.
I do
Poutine's
too.
phenomenal.
And poutine loves me. Tim Hortons.
I've never had Tim Hortons.
You should. Make sure you grab some Timbits and an old-fashioned. I think Dunkin' Donuts with slightly better coffee, more food choices, and better donuts. It's a Canadian. It's a Canadian institution.
The donuts I can get into. Coffee, not a coffee drinker. So.
The donuts, though, you gotta love donuts.
All right. You know I love donuts.
They're a really solid, mediocre donut.
As Nessa drives the ball in for FLBC. She swings it to Grevin underneath, and Grevin kicks it back out to Anna Wren. She controls it. She passes it to Peterson at the high post. Peterson goes up for 2 and is blocked by Sanchez,
Way
but
to
she gets
stay
a
with
rebound and gets 2 for Peterson.
Excellent. Make shot blockers block shots. I love it.
Peterson's got 5 now for FLBC as they're back into the press as North Central brings it up in the front court. It's passed off to Sanchez underneath, and it's off the side of the backboard, and Peterson gets the rebound. Outlets it to Grevin. Grevin's going to bring the ball up for FLBC.
There's a pretty good unit on the floor right now for FLBC.
Absolutely. This is one of the strong units. I think this is all the starters except for Wren, but she's a second-year student. She played last year. She's got the experience. Jones is fouled on the drive in.
And do they reset fouls at the quarter?
They are supposed to, so
Gotcha.
Our scoreboard did not do that. So
That'll be the first foul of the second quarter.
first foul of the second quarter for North Central,
Faith.
as I'm about to send a text message to Zach Simonson to change it.
The refs will get that one. Faith Peterson, so Faith's dad, Brent.
Yep.
The longtime family business, Joy. They're a sponsor as well, right? So Joy Enterprises.
Joy Enterprises.
Nutritional supplements, one of our season sponsors while they wait to get these fouls worked out. Joy Enterprises invites you to start living well with whole food nutrition. To get started on your road to a healthier life with AIM nutritional products, visit myaimstore.com/Joy Enterprises.
As Pearson inbounds it to Jones and gets an assist.
Peterson on cue gets an assist.
Right on cue.
Yes. Now it's 17-13. I like this.
I think you should read that ad more as FLBC gets a trap in the backcourt, but North Central was able to break it as
That's good defense.
FLBC's playing solid defense as Real has the ball on the wing right now and waits to receive the screen from Sanchez. She drives and is tied up a little bit underneath, but she's able to kick it out to King for 3. It's off the mark and rebounded by Nessa.
Really solid defensive possession.
Yes, good start for FLBC in this first half, defensively and offensively, sticking this game. Nessa on the cut, receives the pass from Pearson, goes up for 2, and it is good.
How?
Nessa, she's able to get around defenders, you know. Sometimes it's good to be short.
Marshall Nessa, you never did that on the basketball floor.
No, I would never do that.
No, that was fantastic.
Real controls and kicks it to the corner for 3 for Getamakin, and it's good. Good response from North Central there as FLBC had scored the first 4 points of the quarter.
I think that was their first 3, wasn't it? They've shot a lot of them.
I believe you are correct. Jones has it in the corner, finds the cutting Nessa, who spins and goes up for 2, and it's off the mark, and it's knocked out of bounds by North Central.
Baseline out of bounds for FLBC. Let's see if Peterson can get another one of those assists. A baseline out of bounds assist brought to you by Joy Enterprises. How's that?
That sounds fantastic as Natalie Scott's going to check in for FLBC.
Giving an assist to your health, a nutritional assist to your health.
And as FLBC gets an assist to their scoring total.
myaimstore.com/Joy Enterprises.
Pearson inbounds it to Nessa on the wing. Nessa looks to drive, can't find anything, picks up her dribble and kicks it into Jones in the post and loses it. And it's turned over. Steal by Regressa and gives it up to Real, who has it in the front court. Swings it and is knocked out of bounds by Lauren Jones. Good hustle to retreat back there by Jones.
Yeah, good hustle.
Still North Central basketball.
North Central inbounds it as it goes up to Bradley for 3 and gets all of them by the friendly bounce.
These are tight rims. You don't get a lot of friendly bounces.
Yeah, it's insane. We'll have to loosen them up or something. You go hang on a rim for us?
Yeah.
As Peterson drives down and is blocked by Sanchez.
I love how she stays with it, though.
Yeah, she recovers it, kicks it to Scott, who kicks it out to Grevin on the wing. Grevin to the corner with Nessa. Nessa controls, passes it underneath to Peterson on the cut. As the shot clock winds down, Lauren hucks up a three and is no good, but is rebounded by Natalie
job,
Scott on
Natalie.
the perimeter, but turns it over to North Central and is tied up.
That's a quick wrestle on the jump ball. Some of that is to prevent the wrestling.
Yeah, no wrestling. That's the wrong sport. That's a Gracia Rolfe sport.
That's a Gracia Rolfe sport. And I feel robbed that I'm not going to get to see her play this year because I bet she was a lot of fun to see.
It was great. It was a good time. We wish her the best as she heals up from her injury.
And possibly back next year, we'll see if she wants to do that, but it'd be a lot of fun to watch her play.
Absolutely. As Bradley has it on the wing for North Central. She kicks it into the corner and drives in is Regressa for two, and she puts it in off the Euro step. That's a good move.
That was. It was nice. Gained a little bit of space to release that shot.
Yep.
25-15, 6:26 left in the second.
North Central on a run here after FLBC opened the court with 4 straight points, and it is tied up for a jump ball, and FLBC will control. Who's going to check in for FLBC?
In for the Conquerors, number 24.
So it was 17-9 at the break.
17-9, FLBC opened it up. It was 17-13, and now North Central's spaced it back out to a double-digit lead, 25-15, as Nessa has it up top. Gets a screen from Scott. Nessa for two is off the mark and is rebounded by Sluter. Rail possesses it on the wing, takes it. She's wide open and she kicks it underneath, and she fouled going up. She'll shoot 2 for the line for North Central.
Foul was on Peterson.
I did not see.
Couldn't see the number 5.
So that'll be on Natalie Scott,
on
her
Natalie
first.
Scott.
Natalie Scott, second-year student, playing for the first time, I believe, this year. I don't believe she played last
No,
year.
I don't think she did either. Pride and joy of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Bethel Park area. She went to Rutherford.
Never been there.
Yeah, nice place.
1 and 2 from the line from North Central.
I love it out there. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Yeah, it ended yesterday for our team.
Peterson's going to bring the ball up for the Conquerors. Peterson drives down the lane. She goes up for 2, and it is no good. Fight underneath is won by North Central Real, and I think Peterson's going to pick up the foul underneath.
Yeah.
That'll be her first. As Lauren Jones goes sprinting to the locker room.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hopefully she's okay.
That's a squirrel moment for you. And that's just so if any of you want an insight how my brain works, that is how my brain works.
Yeah, there it is.
As Bradley's going to bring it up for North Central as FLBC puts back on their 1-2-2 press as Grevin's going to pressure Bradley with the ball. She swings over to Rael on the wing, and she's going to receive the ball screen. Rael looks to drive. She kicks it to the corner, but Grevin is there in the passing lane. Bradley recovers the loose ball. Swings it back to Rael. Rael to Gettle McKinnon underneath and is rebounded by Rael. Rael dribbles it back out.
She's got a motor.
She does. She's playing well.
Good help, Anna Wren.
Drives in the lane. Anna Wren with the steal and then travels. Good hustle by Wren.
If you don't grow up playing basketball, it's just the footwork. It's different.
She's used to dribbling with her feet, not with her hands.
Yeah, but if you grow up, if basketball is your primary sport, the pivot foot thing is just so natural. You don't even think about it.
Yep.
If you're a soccer player, it's a little different.
That's okay. She's doing great out there.
She is. That was a great help defense.
Yep. North Central is going to inbound the ball to Regressa, who goes up for 2, and it's good underneath.
That was nice.
North Central trying to pull away here as they go to a man-to-man press as they're pressuring Grevin in the backcourt.
We've got a little more depth and a few more tools in the belt. But FLBC, all in all, they're doing a good job staying with them.
Absolutely. Real's going to pick up a foul.
That's her first. We'd like it to be her 4th or 5th because she's a really good player.
Yes, as King's going to check into the game for North Central. Munfrom's going to control it for FLBC as she swings it to Wren on the wing, who drives in, goes for up for 2, and is no good. Is rebounded underneath by King. She pushes it up to Rael, who is going to go in, and she loses control and travels.
Good defense and a good call.
And a good call.
That could have been easy. They could have easily, it could have looked kind of choppy, easily could have blown whistle and a foul on that one, but I think it was just good defense, and the defender didn't have anybody to bang up against.
Absolutely. Pearson, Nyson, and Nessa are checking back into the game for the Conquerors as North Central is putting on the pressure. Wren's going to have the ball in the backcourt. She kicks it up to Munfrom. Munfrom to Nystoon on the wing. She's going to drive in, kick it back out to Anna Red in the corner.
That's how you break a press, huh?
Yep. It goes to Pearson underneath in the post, and it goes up, and it's good.
High-low, that's really good offense.
Beautiful basketball.
Just like, I think it's a deeper, better team than what we had last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's some good, I think maybe some time working with them, and there's a 3. Yep.
Yeah. Rail knocks down a 3 for North Central and continues the pressure. But yes, the beautiful offense by FLBC there. Good ball movement, getting that high-low movement. Nessa's going to bring it up the floor. She drives in. She's going to pick up the foul on Rael for 2 hands on the offensive player.
That's good to see.
Oh, yeah.
It's a long game if they can do that.
Yes,
and,
it is.
A little bit stronger than us. So it's fun to see players improve through the year over the course of the 2 years here.
Absolutely. So. Pearson's going to take it out, looking for another assist underneath. Brought to you by Joy Enterprises. Kicks up to Munfrom for 2. Oh, it's off the mark, but it's kept inside by Nystein, and Pearson gets it, and is fouled going up for 2.
What great hustle. So 2 offensive rebounds on 2 misses, and Peterson's going to go to the line, shooting 2 free throws, brought to you by myaimstore.com/Joy Enterprises. Now, if she doesn't make these, then the reverse announcer jinx does not.
Absolutely. Pearson knocks down the first.
Well, we're on to something. We'll talk about some other sponsors at halftime.
Pearson misses the second, but is rebounded by Nystoon and is blocked, but Pearson gets the offensive rebound. She goes up again, and it's off the mark, but Nystoon almost has it and is knocked out of bounds, and FLBC will retain possession.
They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job.
Yep.
Good rebounding.
Right there, just out hustling North Central as FLBC will run another out-of-bounds play.
That's 5 offensive rebounds.
The kick is to Munfrom at the high post, and it's good. And another assist for Miss Peterson as Anna Wren with the hustle knocks it out of bounds. Great hustle there by number 12.
Well, you got to be encouraged.
Oh, absolutely. This is a phenomenal start. This is why we play JV games, you know? Yeah. Get a little, get into it. Everyone gets to play, Make sure you knock off the rust before our conference games.
Yes.
Bradley's going to control the ball for North Central as North Central's able to break the press there with Asa, who swings it to King for 3, and she knocks it down for North Central.
And she had no conscience on that one.
No, she caught
a high confidence shot.
She caught and fired. Nessa brings it up the floor, and she drives in. She tries to get it to Munfrom, but it's off the mark, and King with the steal. But Nessa gets it back in the backcourt as she makes up for her mistakes. Veronica. And she'll be shooting 2 at the line, as I believe FLBC is in the bonus.
Veronica, Classical Conversations graduate.
Oh, hey.
So she's been all the way through the program that my kids are in.
Nice.
So there's hope. There's hope for them.
Yeah, there's hope.
A lot of hard work.
Is there still hope for me, Wade?
But there is hope for you. But I'm guessing that your Latin skills are not as good as Veronica's.
Absolutely not. I have no idea what Latin is.
It's a language.
Exactly. See, that's what we're talking about. Nessa misses the first, but she's going to get another shot at it here.
Classical Conversations is not a sponsor, but they could be.
We'll work on that. Nessa misses the second and is rebounded by North Central underneath, but it is turned over, and FLBC will retain possession.
Boy. Well, I'm liking the pressure that we're able to generate. Yep. We're down 14, but it feels like we're playing better than that.
North Central's a little rattled by the pressure, as you can see by the amount of turnovers. Munfrom turns it over on the wing, though, as Regressa gets the turnover. She's looking up the floor, and she passes it to King underneath, and King dribbles it up, picks up the dribble, kicks it back to Regressa for 3, and it's off the mark as Munfrom gets the rebound.
Good rebound, Maddie. She's having quite a half.
She's played very well, as Nessa's going to bring the ball up for our other Conquerors. Nessa kicks it to Peterson underneath. Peterson finds
Good
a
pass.
cutting Nystine, and it's good for 2.
I love the back cut.
Phenomenal ball
Did
movement.
Grace play basketball in Wanamingo?
Absolutely not. She played volleyball.
Okay, well she's quite tall, but she looks like she's played.
She has definitely picked up some things by Coach Wendy Grevin as King shoots the 3 and is rebounded by Nessa.
Rael's coming back in. She's
Nessa
a key
for
part of
3.
this player.
It's off the mark, rebounded by King. Anna Wren looks to pick up the pressure, but she picks up the foul on the backcourt. That's not one you want to pick up.
Oh, it's not. That's going to be her first. Feels like it should be more. She's been pretty aggressive.
She's a very aggressive player, but you never want to foul 90 feet away from the basket.
No, so it's a yellow card, 90 feet from the basket.
Rael checks back in for North Central. Grevin back in for the Conquerors. 2 minutes to go left in the second quarter. 12-point game. North Central is up.
Back with the pressure, 1-2-2.
North Central
court trap.
swinging the ball up quickly to break the press, but
Whoops.
Anna Wren, a little bit out of control there, is going to run into King and picks up the second. And Thru's going to check into the game for her.
So that'll be 2 for Anna. They don't want her to get in any more trouble than that, so let her rest.
Rael's going to control at the top for North Central.
Now we're zone 2-3.
Bradley's going to drive in to the basket. Is blocked by Peterson. Peterson with good defense there, not to foul. Nessa's going to control it for the Conquerors into the front court. Bradley pressures the ball, but Nessa drives down the lane, goes up for 2, and she's fouled on the arm.
Excellent.
Good drive, good take. Way to take the contact and go up through that. She didn't make the shot, but she's going to get 2 free ones.
34-22 with a $1:43 left in the second quarter. Good effort by the Lady Conquerors.
Nessa's first shot is off the front iron. She'll get a second here. That was Bradley's first foul for North Central. Nessa makes the second and makes it an 11-point game as FLBC gets back in their 1-2-2 press.
Let's see if we can get this under 10 to end the half.
Nope. Last 2 minutes are very key for any basketball team as Rael's going to control it. Brings it up the floor, kicks it to Bradley. Swings it to King, who's got a wide open 3, and she shoots it, and it's off the front iron. And it is rebounded, a good save by Sluter underneath, and she kicks it to Rael, corner 3, good.
Good ball movement.
Yep, good ball movement by North Central as Grevin's going to control it for the Conquerors. Grevin drives, kicks it back to Nessa, who swings it to Peterson on top of the key. She contemplates what she's going to do. She picks up her dribble and is fouled on the reach.
Closed hand, open hand, go for the closed hand. I used to ref.
Yeah.
I enjoyed reffing. You know what we should do?
What?
We should officiate together.
You want to officiate
I
together?
could officiate. There's all
right.
kinds of junior high games around there just begging
We'll
for it.
put you on the alumni tournament game for next year, me and you, up and down the floor. What do you think?
I prefer a 3-man crew.
As Peterson makes the first. I'll find a third person. I'll get Eric Christensen to be the third person.
Okay, that'll be
And
all right.
we'll let you stand in the middle and we'll do the running. How about that?
No, I'm not that bad.
Oh, okay.
But
Just
a
making
3-man
sure.
crew, I can do those. I can do those slides.
As Peterson misses the second and is rebounded by North Central underneath. That is Gomenican for 2. She's going to bring it up, and she swings it to Riel with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Bradley takes it and swings it on the wing to King, who gets it underneath to Sluter, who swings it to Riel with 14 on the shot clock on the wing. She was looking to break down Grevin, does some dribble moves, drives in, and goes up for 2. It's no good, but she gets her own rebound, gets some inadvertent contact from Martina, and is rebounded by Peterson.
Grevin wasn't going to guard her close enough to make those moves effective.
Nope. Grevin kicks it to Nystine underneath and is off the market, but is rebounded by Rael.
Oh, stop ball, stop ball.
Rael's going to hold it for the last shot here of the second quarter. She's got Peterson on her, and she's going to receive the ball screen. Drives down the lane, kicks it to King, who swings it to Gomedican in the corner, who hucks it up for 2, is rebounded by Nessa with 1 second, and she doesn't attempt a shot. Boo, huck it full court.
That's right. Almost as if
It
the
doesn't count as a shot.
5'4", 70-pound point guard wasn't going to throw the ball the entire
I think she could get it there. I believe in her.
those Nessa jeans. So.
As we head to halftime, North Central's up 37-24.
All right, we got a 15-minute halftime. I'm going to wrap up that half a little bit, let Logan grab a drink of water.
Thank you, Wade.
And we'll come back and talk about sports ministry a little bit. So thank you for joining us at FLBC for a women's basketball game against the North Central Rams JV team. Last night was a men's game. Today the women's game. Thankful to be able to play these games right here on our campus in the Student Life Center at Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary. North Central from South Minneapolis, just across, it's really Minneapolis, but just south of downtown, across 94, stone's throw from the old Lutheran Bible Institute of Minneapolis at 94 and Portland way back in the day. 37-24, North Central leads FLBC. Some first half stats, 9 turnovers for FLBC, but also have forced 4 turnovers. The difference being North Central has 12 points off of those turnovers. 18 total rebounds to 14, FLBC in the lead, including 5 offensive rebounds for each team. A good first half, including some full court pressure from FLBC, good offense and defense, and North Central able to take advantage of a few more made shots and a few more second chance points. But other than that, an even matched first half. Individually, and North Central is led by Save Rael, an excellent point guard, 10 points. And she is I'm going to take a look here, Hope Christian School, Albuquerque, New Mexico, a 5'6" junior, and I think an exceptional point guard. So they must have somebody who's very, very exceptional on their varsity team. Next up is Kristen Ragasa, 9 points, and Ashanti Bradley and Brianka. God, we've been struggling with her name. Gitmicken. I am so sorry. Anybody who's listening, I've got that name incorrect. So 5 points each for Bradley and Gitmicken. For FLBC, Faith Peterson has 9 points, and Maddie Munfrom has 6. And after that, Veronica Nessa with 3, Grace Newstune with 2, and Anna Wren and Lauren Jones with 2 each. Lauren Jones playing a very good floor game as well. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Truestone Wealth Management. Thank you for sponsoring the game. Truestone is the official financial services provider of FLBC Athletics. Contact Kyle Kirby, Mark Presting, or Tim Fugelberg at 701-352-1217 for help planning your financial future. Some other season-long sponsors, the aforementioned Joy Enterprises. I've said a lot about them. Also Caleb Carlson of Three Rivers Real Estate. For help selling or buying your new home in these sometimes difficult times to find a home, Caleb can help you out a lot. Count on Caleb, FLBC basketball alumnus and real estate expert. Caleb at Three Rivers Real Estate Team.com. Count on Caleb. Thank you also to Cisco, the official food service provider for Free Lutheran Bible College and Seminary. Cisco helps Chef Matt Peschel and Chester Dyrud keep our students fueled with delicious, healthy meals. Logan Strand, did you have the chicken marsala today?
I did not. I was working today.
It was yummy.
Was it fantastic? I believe it.
It was yummy. And they've been doing the potatoes this year.
Ooh.
And last year, so they're doing this thing now where they take like a 40-pound bag of baby red potatoes.
Okay.
Boil it.
Okay.
Then dump it all in a big old blender or mixer with some dairy products of some kind. And they mix it all together, skins and all, and it's so good.
So you're saying I could do that in my apartment is what you're saying?
Oh, easy.
Oh, okay.
If you have a mixer.
I got a mixer.
Okay, so then, yeah, you could just boil some baby red potatoes, throw them in, blend it up, maybe some butter, maybe some cream.
So now I just need to figure out what the dairy products
cream
are.
cheese works as
Ooh,
well.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, that's not real good for the diet, but
Yeah, I gotta watch myself, Wade. I'm getting older.
Yeah, you are. So
I can't eat Taco Bell every night like I used to.
Not every night. And so Cisco, they help us out here. If your business needs a food service provider, call 763-785-9000 or find your local Cisco service center at cisco.com. One of my favorite restaurants, although it has been a while, Rock Elm, FLBC Conqueror Athletics, is sponsored in part by Rock Elm, serving delicious food out of 3 locations, in Plymouth at Highway 55 and Rockford Road, downtown Maple Grove, and now in the Rock Elm Rig food truck. Join Rock Elm for a before or after game meal. Have you been to Rock Elm?
Many a times, and man, the food is
What's
fantastic.
your go-to at Rock Elm?
You know, I always go for a burger, but you know, sometimes you got to mix it up, get a steak, and
I've never had their steak.
it's pretty good.
They've got a
I highly
ribeye, it's like
recommend.
just a steak. That's
Yes.
all. That's what they call it.
Just what they call it.
And what's your burger? What's your favorite?
I'm not sure. I'm a big burger guy, so I'll go through the menu and I'll be like, all right, we're going down the list.
Yep.
And I like to mix it up, so sometimes I like the burgers, with a lot of barbecue sauce, and then some days I like the ones with the eggs on them. I like to be fancy.
Okay, so we know that menu better than we should. Probably.
Yes.
So the VAT 17 with the aged cheddar cheese is very good.
Phenomenal.
The barbecue bacon burger I've never had, but that's what you were describing.
Yes, you need to have it.
My favorite was they used to have it on the menu all the time at lunch. They call it the Safety Adam.
Yes. Yep.
And that's because we have a coworker
Yep.
named Adam who, we like to tease about being a little bit mild, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So the Safety Adam, and then they have the Rock Elm burger with this candied walnut aioli.
Oh.
So that's like a fancy name for mayo, which I don't normally like. But if you call it aioli,
If you go aioli,
I'm in. And you get the burger with some pink and house-made tots
tots is the way
with
to
bacon
go.
jam.
You-
And they sit there in your stomach like bricks.
Yep.
But they're so good.
It's amazing. I definitely feel full every time I go there.
All right. Well, let's. What are you doing after? No. Okay. All right.
Don't tempt me with a good time, Wade.
We would like to thank tonight's sponsor, Johnson Insurance, as well. Johnson Insurance Agency. If you need an assist, check out Johnson Insurance, serving central Minnesota since 1986. Dave is a full court coverage insurance provider licensed in Minnesota and Arizona. I will give you 3 guesses which states he's in right now, Minnesota or Arizona.
Arizona.
I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know Dave Johnson, but you can give him a call at 320-573-2529. Johnson Insurance Agency for all your insurance needs.
I can tell you where I want to be right now.
Yeah, it's been a nice winter until last week.
Until last week.
And then it got real.
I'm not as tough as I used to be, I've noticed. Grew up in North Dakota. You think I'd be used to this 0-degree stuff?
But you do have boots.
I hate every second of it. I know. Somehow I have boots.
You have boots, and I won't tell them about.
Yeah, don't tell the story.
No,
Yeah,
it's a great story.
No.
But all right.
Shout out to Kim Strand for buying me boots.
That's right.
Appreciate that.
Oh, that's good. Okay, 7:48 left. I want to talk sports ministry, but could you also, just real quick, I didn't tell you this in our production meeting.
Oh, no.
I also wanted to ask you about the NIAC conference, what that looks like. I mentioned earlier a mix of tribal schools and Bible schools, which rhymes. It's not intentional. It's not 2 divisions, but we all play each other. It's good.
Yeah.
But what? Sometimes we don't have a full complement of women's teams in the conference. Is it looking okay this year for numbers?
It's okay. I think it's a little down this year. I think we got 2 schools that we were expecting to have teams that don't, but we'll still have a nice women's conference tournament and men's conference tournament. We'll be here all weekend long in February as we have our conference tournament here. It'll still be fun and good ministry opportunity for both of our teams.
Leech Lake was a common opponent. They did not have a team last year. Do they have teams this year?
They do not have teams this year.
Yeah, that's too bad. I can't remember. Or that Brady was that their coach who for years did a good job up there. So we miss Leech Lake Tribal College in Walker area. Cass Lake, actually, I think.
Cass Lake, I
Cass Lake,
think you're right.
Yeah, home of Sand Trap Golf Club.
Oh, hey. I haven't played that one.
Played a little bit, but okay. Anyway, so it's a good conference. Conference Commissioner Dan Hovestall, a good friend of our program as well. He's helping out Oak Hills right now.
Yes, sir, and he's on a flight right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Someplace or another to recruit. That's,
doing the job.
Yeah,
doing
there
the
we
thing.
are. Okay, all right, 37-24 at the half. Tell us about sports ministry at FLBC.
Sports ministry, we appreciate having these opportunities to have athletics. We had women's volleyball this year, men's and women's basketball, and here at FLBC, we take sports ministry very seriously, but we really want to use the term ministry because this is a ministry for us, right? We want to be able to demonstrate God's love on and off the court and be able to be witnesses to everyone we come in contact with, and we are very proud of our teams here, and that is our main focus, is to be able to serve the Lord by sports, giving our best effort for Him and playing for Him and His glory.
So I think a lot of times we call something sports ministry in the Christian college world. It's kind of like to baptize the concept of varsity athletics, because it's like trying to have an excuse to have a fun product to come around, or maybe even use as a recruiting tool. It's not so much that for us.
Yeah.
But we really see that as something different than that. We're trying to cultivate basketball as a disciple-making opportunity. It's a lab that complements our dorms and our classroom instruction. You learn a lot of lessons. I mean, like last night was, like, basketball-wise, that was a tough night.
Absolutely.
Okay, but what are you able, as a coach and really a disciple maker and mentor, what are you able to accomplish coming off of something like last night?
Well, think about this, right? We're not the most skilled basketball-wise, and for me, that can be painful at times, right? But if basketball was our identity, we would be heartbroken and probably would have given up after being down 30. But the thing that we're teaching, right, basketball teaches so many life lessons. The thing for us is we have freedom in Christ to be able to give our best effort all the time. And we want to put out our best effort not from we have to earn our salvation, but from the fact that we get to because of the freedom that we found in Christ. And we see that from our guys that are just playing absolutely as hard as they possibly can the entire game, because they want to be able to show that they're playing for something greater than themselves and greater than the scoreboard.
They kept a good attitude too, and that's a hard thing to do. You've certainly, I've known you for a long time. I think you went through a season where you probably did find identity in basketball.
Maybe a little bit. Just maybe a little.
I did too. Basketball kept me. I wasn't a Christian until I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
Basketball. God used basketball to get me through some hard times. It kept me out of trouble. I was never a partier or anything. As a non-Christian, I was never really a partier or anything. Partially because I didn't want to hurt my mom, and partially because I didn't want to hurt basketball.
Yep. I'm glad you weren't a partier, Wade. It's not a fun time.
No, I was. I would have been an angry drunk.
Yeah.
So it was. So I'm thankful, and God definitely used basketball to teach me leadership as a coach, and had a lot of mentors through basketball.
Yep.
But basketball is a good sport and a good way to learn. But boy, it's a lousy idol.
Absolutely, and I think too, like, for me, basketball was an identity for part of my life, and I can just see the difference from looking back of how I acted, like, in certain situations. I didn't win every game I played, and there were definitely games that I lost just as bad as we did last night. And I was lousily and miserable after them. Whereas last night, I was so proud of our guys from the effort that they gave, and just what they're playing for and playing for each other and playing for God, and being able to learn life lessons, because we learned so many different life lessons from playing sports. It's just a matter of how you take them and how you respond to adversity and things like that. How are you going to do that? Are you going to do that on your own, or are you going to do that with brothers in Christ and learning and growing? And I tell you, there's one that's way better than the other one. And I would rather have our guys learn it by growing their relationship with Christ and doing it with each other than trying to do it on their own and being lousily and miserable.
Yeah, and if it ever becomes anything else here, we'll just quit having it.
Yeah,
If the gym's nice, we'll rent it out and have your intramurals.
You'll fire me. I'll go sit underneath a bridge and freeze.
There you go. All right, so I was not around this fall. I was on sabbatical. It was our first. It was a club level women's volleyball.
Yep.
Hoping that we can get into a league and do some varsity next year. We'll see how that goes. But just from your perspective as athletic director, how'd that go?
It went well. We went and played some games. We played Trinity Bible College. I believe we played North Central's JV at their place. It was a good learning experience for us, and our students enjoyed it. Our girls loved it. So hopefully we'll be able to continue that going forward, where we'll have plenty of student interest and be able to keep that up as another aspect of sports ministry.
There really is plenty of student interest, too.
Oh,
and
I know.
It bothers me a little bit because I don't understand the sport.
Yeah, I'll teach you. I'll teach you a little bit.
I like it, and that sport's changed a ton. It's become much more exciting,
absolutely
action-oriented. Rally scoring is a big deal. I remember sitting there waiting for side out as a kid running a scoreboard at volleyball tournaments. But it's having a moment.
Absolutely, and we'd love to have it here at the school and get student interest.
Who was the coach?
Katie High was the coach.
That'd be another cousin.
Absolutely. I only hire family,
How many cousins do you have?
Too many.
There's a lot of cousins. There's a whole mess of them.
It's funny. They all like each other, but me, it depends on the day.
Okay.
Depends on the day.
Katie is our office manager. She really serves as chief of staff. She keeps us all running and does a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
She played volleyball at North Central.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. And
played basketball here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess she was a pretty good volleyball player.
Oh yeah, I've been to a couple of her games. She was phenomenal.
So married now to Jesse. Jared was the son of their basketball coach.
Yep, John High. Yep.
Okay.
Played against him while I was at Crown College. So shout out to Jared. Great dude.
Anyway, so some connections here too. Second half about to get underway. 37-24 North Central University JV over FLBC Lady Conquerors. Let's see if we can come out first 2 minutes and close this gap a little bit.
What keys do you have for this second half for FLBC, Wade?
Well, some of his conditioning, so hopefully we got a little bit of a break in there.
Yep.
If we can play some combinations that create problems for North Central, I think that'll happen in my face to unlock that one.
Yeah, I can't do that one.
Can't do that one. So hopefully we can get a stop and a make and get back into our press.
North Central's going to start the half with the basketball as Real's going to bring it into the front court for North Central. They look to get it inside to Sanchez, who kicks it back out to Giamanican, and she's looking. She swings it back to Bradley at the top of the perimeter.
Giamanican.
Giamanican.
I mispronounced her name 6 times during break.
I will get it wrong so many more. Sanchez is going to take it underneath, though. She goes up for 2, and it's off the mark, rebounded by Peterson.
Well, there's a stop. Let's see if we can get the score.
Peterson gets it to Grevin, and Grevin pushes it up the floor. Gets it to Jones on the wing, who passes it inside to Munfrom. Gets
Beautiful.
the back cut and goes for 2, but she misses it off the mark, gets her own rebound. She goes up strong, and she makes it for 2 for
That's a
Lauren
beautiful
Jones.
give and go.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And just like that, it's a 37-26 game, and FLBC is into their press.
Good effort by Lauren Jones there to get the offensive rebound and to stick with it.
Got to stop that on the sideline, though, and get that trap.
Yep, Morel brings it up. It's swung across to Bradley, who drives baseline. It goes up for 2, and it's good.
Okay, so if you can break a press and get ball reversal, good things happen.
Absolutely.
So you gotta keep that ball sequestered on one side against the trap.
Nope. Grevin's going to bring it up. She tries to get it to Jones on the wing. She's pressured. She drives baseline, goes up for 2, is no good, and is rebounded by Bradley by North Central.
I thought she was going to make that one.
Me too. That would have been a great move. Rail has it on the wing. She pulls up for 2 and is off the mark and is rebounded.
Whoa.
Whoa. Lauren does a flip.
You don't see that one every day.
No, it's kicked out to Bradley, but for 3, as it is rebounded underneath. Couldn't see who that was. Real goes up for 2, is off the mark, and rebounded by Nessa.
Yeah, I would have been hospitalized for that.
Yeah, I can't do that anymore. Peterson has it on the wing, swings it to Grevin for the Conquerors. Grevin for 3, off the mark, and is knocked out of bounds by FLBC as North Central is going to possess.
We pointed the wrong way. FLBC's crowd got excited.
Yep.
But justice was restored. By the way, on the floor for North Central, Rael, Bradley, Regasa, Gamanican, Sanchez, Peterson, Grevin, Munfrom, Jones, and Nessa for FLBC.
Rail's got the ball at the top of the key for North Central. She sets the offense. She's going to receive a ball screen from Sanchez. She drives in. Kick to Gamanican, who swings it to Bradley. Bradley looks to attack, swings it over to Rael, who's looking inside. Back to Bradley, gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez tries to get it to Gamanican.
That's tip.
Yep, tipped by Jones. Way to be in the passing lane. 5 seconds left on the shot clock for North
Peterson
Central.
did a great job of making that post player come out and catch high.
Absolutely. Don't let her catch underneath. Real with 3 on the shot clock. She drives. She pulls up for 2. Is blocked by Peterson. Rebounded by Munfrom.
Good job. 1 on 4.
Munfrom's going to drive down the floor with no remorse for human life, and she loses it off her leg.
That possession brought to you by Scott Munfrom.
That's a possession brought to you by Put Your Head Down and Charge.
Hashtag no fear. Hashtag Scott Munfrom.
Hashtag.
Didn't play in high school much, but his team won a state title or 2.
Hey, ring's a ring, right?
Yeah, it is. Happens? That's right. But that was a team, man. And
it's tipped by Peterson, but Bradley retains possession for North Central. She kicks it to Sanchez.
Scott brought Quincy Jones. What was Quincy's name? Played for U of M.
I don't know.
Brought him to Devos one night.
Real shoots the 3, and it's off the mark. Rebounded by Jones as Jones pushes it forward.
Quincy Jones was a record producer.
Swings it to Grevin. Grevin misses the layup. Rebounded underneath by North Central as Grevin tries to force the turnover in the backcourt. Bradley swings it to Real on the wing. looks inside, tries to direct traffic for North Central as Jones defends. And it's 5-second call on Real, who didn't put the ball down, and that'll be a turnover by North Central.
Good job, Lauren. But what made that happen was Faith Peterson D'ing up the post player.
Absolutely. Real wanted to get inside there and could not. Grevin's going to bring it up the floor for the Conquerors. Grevin surveys and swings it to Nessa, who passes it over to Peterson. Peterson looking around, makes it cut, passes it to Jones. Peterson has it back underneath, back to Jones for 3, and it is good.
It is. I like that. I like the passing cut, I like the motion.
Yeah, some beautiful action there by FLBC. But North Central's going to respond, drives down the lane.
They're going to call that a charge.
Charge under Agressa, trying to drive in underneath, and she looks like she's a little shaken up. She's going to...
Maddie Munfrum took that one. Wendy Grevin's wondering, is everybody okay?
Yep. King's going to check
Fantastic.
in for North Central.
Okay, so that makes me happy. That is the charge drawn is my favorite play in basketball.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a good one.
I like it. 10 points.
Peterson's going to bring it up the floor for the Conquerors. She looks around, swings it to Grevin on the wing. Peterson gets it back, swings it back to Jones. Jones drives in and hucks one up at the basket, and it's off the mark and is rebound underneath and a foul on the Conquerors. We'll see who they get here.
That is Lauren from behind. No.
Wade is correct. Lauren will pick up the foul. I think that is her first. That might be the first time all year she only has one foul in the first.
Do you see how she got off? See how she got off the ground?
I know, she's insanely athletic. I think I'd break every bone in the body if I did that.
And that's kind of nuts. Did she
it's
play anything in high school?
softball? I think. You'll have to fact check me on that.
You have to picture her with eye black. I can see it.
Yeah. Bradley's going to swing it to King on the wing, who shoots the 3 for North Central. Is off the mark, but is rebounded underneath by Sluter for 2, and she makes the basket.
41-29, 12-point game.
Nessa's going to bring up the court for the Conquerors. She receives a screen, couldn't break free. She picks up her dribble, kicks it to Grevin, who kicks it back out. Nessa tried to cut underneath, and it's a turnover. King with the steal.
Need to reverse the ball there.
King's going to go up for 2 and is off the mark and is rebounded by King. She gets her own shot, swings it to Real in the corner for 3. It's good. 15.
Unfortunate exchange.
Yep, 15-point game now. Grevin has the ball, kicks it to Nystein on the corner, who swings it to Nessa. Nessa has it on the perimeter. Nessa surveying, dribbles it over, picks up her dribble, kicks it to Nystein underneath. Nystein for 2, and it's good. Grace Nystein with the basket.
Nice tune. There it was.
Nice tune?
Nice tune. I've been wrong. Nice tune is in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bradley has the ball, swings it to Real from the corner for 3 for North Central. Is off the mark. Rebounded by Through for the Conquerors. She swings it to Nessa. Nessa gives it back to Peterson to bring it up the floor. And a timeout is called by Coach Wendy Grevin. 44-31 North Central as we head into this break. 30-second timeout.
This is an enjoyable basketball game.
Yeah.
That's fun to watch. That's good.
It's a good time. You've missed some enjoyable basketball games, huh?
I have. It was a good sabbatical. Was good and necessary, and yeah, it's good. It also is good to be back. Although I have yet to call a game with Jason Goodham.
Yeah, but you missed me, though. You missed hanging out with me.
And you missed me, I heard. So that's all right. So, okay, tonight's game brought to you by Truestone Wealth Management. Thank you for sponsoring the contest. The official financial services provider of FLBC Athletics. Contact Kyle Kirby, Mark Presting, or Tim Fugelberg. The Norwegian name Fugelberg means Bird Mountain. That's what that means.
Learn something new every day.
Mr. Bird Mountain. I like it. Tim Fugelberg at 701-352-1217 for help planning your financial future.
FLBC out of the timeout. Peterson catches it on the block. Looking to make a move. Kicks it back to Nessa, who kicks it back to Peterson for 2, and it's good.
That's nice.
Great ball movement by FLBC.
That's really nice. Yeah.
As Ren has checked in the game to bring that defensive hustle. Domenican goes in the corner, kicks it to Real. Real's got it on the wing. She dribbles it over. Receives a ball screen, kicks it back to Domenican for 3. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Peterson underneath. And she kicks it up to Nessa, who brings it up the floor. Nessa finds Wren on the block. Wren for 2. It's off the mark, but is rebounded right by Anna Wren. Peterson's going to possess it, kicks it to Nystoon, who kicks it back to Peterson on the cut. Peterson in no man's land, kicks it back out to Wren. Wren almost travels. Nystoon puts up the shot, it's no good. Rebound by North Central.
Brianna Thew tipped that first rebound out, kept the possession alive, but we couldn't cash in on the second chance point.
Varela's got the ball for North Central, drives down the lane, and is fouled going up on the hold. I believe they got Veronica Nessa on that one.
Okay, so that pick it up and tuck the ball move,
Yep.
like my brain says that's like a precursor to a travel.
Yeah.
But you can do it.
You can do it.
It's just a matter of when you gather.
It's like you're a running back going down
Yeah.
the lane. You tuck that thing away, make sure no one gets it, and then you go up for the shot.
If you get airborne before you gather, it gives you one more step.
Yep. Rael misses the first for North Central here.
Okay, so she's a junior. She's a good player.
She is a good
They must
player.
have some kind of point guard on their varsity team.
It looks like it from looking at their roster. It looks like they got a couple good guards. 44-33 as Lauren Jones brings it up for the Conquerors. She drives the lane, shoots the layup, and it's off the mark as it goes in and out. And Maddie Munfrom picks up her third.
Second.
Second?
Second. It just feels like
Feels like 4, but
feels like
but it's only her second.
she's she has earned those 2. Let's just say that.
Yes, she has. North Central possesses as they bring it up the floor. It's with King in the corner, who swings it back to Royale. Finds Bradley on the other opposite wing, as Lauren Jones is going to pick up the blocking foul. That is her second.
So they're trying to post up Sluden against Maddie Munfrom, trying to isolate in the post.
Conquerors retreat into a 2-3 zone. King has the ball on the wing. She drives, and she finds Rael on the wing. And Wren bowls her over and gets a jump ball.
Okay, if the ball's loose and the ball's in between you and them, there's all kinds of contact that can be had.
Absolutely.
I love going for it.
Phenomenal,
That's great.
Phenomenal play by Wren. Greben's going to check back into the game for the Conquerors.
Do you tend to go man-to-man off of baseline out of bounds, or you zone it up?
Man-to-man.
Okay.
I'm a man-to-man guy.
It's just different, and if you don't, you gotta know what they're in to call a play, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of switching defenses. I'd love to do it more.
Yeah.
Thu's got the ball at the top of the key for the Conquerors, and she turns it over as Rael's going to get the steal, and she's going to go down the lane, going up for 2, and it is no good
How
off
did
the
that
rim.
miss?
Greben's going to possess the defensive rebound.
Rael's had a couple of those where it's just like the ball's down and it comes out.
Yeah, maybe we should get the rims checked.
I guess.
Wren's going to shoot a 3, and she misses everything.
3-pointers, no good for Anna Wren.
That was something.
That was something.
Do you use the shoot away much?
All the time.
Okay. It's quite the machine, isn't it?
It's phenomenal. Great machine, great way to develop some shooting ability. As Rael's going to turn it over for North Central, Wren gets the steal, kicks up to Munfrom, who shoots a layup and is rebounded by Rael.
Yeah, that's what that was.
I think that's what that was.
Kind of like a mid-range layup.
Yeah. North Central has the ball. Rael has it at the top of the key. She's looking around, surveying, hands it off to Bradley. Bradley to Gomenican on the wing. She looks inside to Sluter. Sluter kicks it out to Rael and is put up by Gomenican and is good for 3.
15-point lead now. We'd pulled within 12.
Grevin possesses for the Conquerors. Anna Wren makes a cut. She shoots the
Good.
mid-range jump shot and it's good.
Stop ball here. Get a stop. Get a score.
Gomenican brings it up for North Central. She kicks it out to the corner to Regressa. She drives. She goes in. She's got the layup for North Central.
Yeah, timeout by Coach Wendy Grevin, 50-35, 1:21 left in the third period from the Student Life Center at Free Lutheran Bible College in Plymouth, Minnesota. Entertaining game so far. The girls have come a long way. It's good.
It has. It has been an entertaining game. They just can't get over the hump right now to get that gap down into single digits.
Thank you to True Stone Wealth Management for sponsoring tonight's game. Truestone is the official financial services provider of FLBC Athletics. Contact Kyle Kirby, my cousin. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
My cousin, yes, Kyle Kirby. Mark Presting or Tim Fugelberg, 701-352-1217 for help planning your financial future.
Quick stat recap here. North Central's leading scorers. Rail has 14. Gressa has 11 for North Central. Peterson for FLBC has 11, and Lauren Jones has 7 for FLBC. We look at the stats here. Right now, FLBC shooting 41% from the field, 44% from the field. North Central shooting 43. It's been the turnovers that have been hurting FLBC 10-6 here as we wind down the third quarter.
3-point field goal percentage. North Central obviously more adept at the long-range shot. 7 for 18, which isn't great, but it's good enough. And one of 5 for us.
Yep, 3-point shot. It's a difference maker, especially when we make 7 of them. You subtract those 7 by 3, that's 21 points, and that's about the difference in the game right now.
Effective field goal percentage.
The analytics will say the 3-point shot is the best shot to take besides a layup.
Yeah, plus we're going to be offense. Whoops, the movie screen and a run. Yeah, the other thing on that, and I don't think we realized this fully when the 3-point came into the game, mid-80s.
Yep.
The long rebounds that come from it.
Oh, yeah.
You tend to get off more offensive rebounds off a 3-point miss.
Absolutely. Rail's going to drive in for North Central. She puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Jones, and she loses it as Regressa for North Central pulls it out as North Central's going to set up offense. Kicked underneath to Sanchez. Sanchez misses it off the mark. Rebounded by Sunset, and she loses it out of bounds, but North Central will retain possession.
Sadie Sunset, that's a great name.
Phenomenal name.
Jason Goodham and I, we keep kind of a season-long all-name team. Sadie Sunset has to be on the list.
Oh, I agree. Hands down. North Central looks to get in and is turned over out of the outbounds play, but Anna Wren does a somersault, and you can't do that.
Okay, so that was that's an example. That's a man-to-man based on an out-of-bounds play that they ran against the zone. Yep. They didn't have any place to go.
Doesn't work. Got to have some in your back pocket. 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Bradley possesses for North Central. It's kicked underneath to Sanchez. Sanchez with a jump hook, and it's a good move for 2.
Like that little left?
That was nice. That was a good move. Wren has the ball in the corner for FLBC. Kicks it underneath to Grevin. Grevin loses it, and Sanchez gets the steal. Bradley's going to bring it up for North Central. Bradley looking for one shot here as we wind down the third quarter. Bradley's going to receive a screen from Sanchez here on the wing. Bradley still dribbles it. 3 seconds left. Tries to pass underneath. Knocked away by Lauren Jones. Anna Ram gets the steal, and that'll end the third quarter. 52-35. North Central is up as we head to the fourth.
Sanchez is so mad that she didn't get the ball.
She was wide open.
Sanchez is trying to put this in articulately. If she was a guy, I would say she's really big. Yeah. She's a post presence.
Yes.
And so a strong ball screen, roll hard to the hoop, and we had to switch. So Peterson's out putting ball pressure on the ball handler, and Kelly Grevin, who shall we say is not a post presence.
She is small.
On her.
Yes.
On her, had her pinned. Like, give me the ball. Yeah, by the time she got the ball thrown into her, it was too late, and good team defense had collapsed.
That is when a post player will say, give me the basketball.
And then the guard will say, you're a black hole.
I can't see you.
What goes in, don't come out.
Oh, I love basketball.
Yeah, I do too. 52-35, beginning of the fourth quarter. I'd say a comeback is unlikely here, but the Lady Conquerors have done a good job. It's been a good game. They've acquitted themselves nicely, I think.
Absolutely. First game back out of a break for them, getting only a couple practices. This is a good game for them to iron out some kinks before we head to Canada this weekend.
Do you know anything about Canadian Mennonite University?
I know that they're in Winnipeg, and that it's very cold.
How are their teams this year?
Their teams are okay. They are about average across the board, so it should be a couple good contests as we head up there.
Do you need a passport these days.
Yes, we do.
So everybody had to get passports.
I had to get passports. I had to make van things to say that I am certified to drive FLBC vehicles. So that was fun.
Yeah, there we go. Well, safe travels.
Oh, thank you. You want to come with?
On some taste.
As Sanchez has the ball in the post for North Central. It's kicked out to Regressa for 3. Is off the mark, but it's rebound underneath by Sluter, who kicks it back out to Bradley. Bradley drives in and gets knocked.
Good. That's a good call.
By Lauren Jones. That'll be her 3rd. She swung at that thing.
Yeah, she did.
That looked like a softball swing.
Okay, so that's where the rep 3-man crew. It's okay to have double calls on a 3-man crew.
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy who was on ball just didn't get the call right,
Yep,
and the guy kind of bailed him out a little bit.
The other 2 guys put their hands up.
Yep. So that's the beauty of a 3-man crew. Shot goes in. You hardly ever get blinded. You know, with the 2-man crew, like on those cuts down the lane,
Can't see anything.
you can't see anything, and you can really get away with some hold. So the 3-man crew is a much easier game to call.
Bradley makes them both for North Central and extends the lead to 18 here for the Rams.
But if you double call a 2-man crew, you know somebody did something wrong.
Yep. Nessa drives down the lane. Shot goes up, misses, and is possessed by FLBC. I believe that ball was tipped. Pearson's going to take it out again for FLBC. Lauren Jones catches it in the lane off the inbounds pass and is knocked out of bounds, but it will stay in Conqueror possession. I couldn't see that. I have no idea what happened.
I'm not sure either.
The refs looked at each other too, so we'll take it. Pearson inbounds the pass. It hits underneath the backboard and is a turnover. Regressa's going to get the steal as she pushes it up the floor for North Central. North Central setting up their offense. It's swung into the corner with Rael. Rael tells her to clear out as they look into the post. And gets a ball screen, drives down the lane, kicks it out to Bradley in the wing for 3, and is off the mark. Peterson with the rebound for the Conquerors. Nessa's going to bring the ball up the floor, looking for someone to pass to, can't find anybody. Picks up her dribble, kicks it to Munfrom in the lane. Munfrom up for 2, off the rim, and rebounded by Rael.
We're getting a little tired.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
This is where, you know, first game of the new year, you can kind of tell the conditioning isn't back to where it's supposed to be, but we'll get there.
And we also don't practice as much as most teams. 3 days a week, is that what we do?
Yeah,
No?
3 days a week.
We did 2 when I was coaching, and we had a carpeted, 60-foot gym.
Yeah, we got 2 for the guys, 3 for the girls.
That's nice.
Yep. Bradley looks to drive in. Shot clock's wind out. She kicks it to Regressa in the wing for 3. Offensive rebound by Sanchez, who Regressa runs into her own
oh
man.
My. That was solid.
She's going to catch the ball in the corner. Shot fakes, drives by, and gets fouled going up for the layup, too. I believe that'll be on Munfrom, her 3rd.
Yes.
Like you said, Munfrom's going to use all of them.
Yes, she is. And that was that was kind of ticky-tack, but, she's still ahead of the average.
Yep. She's over the mean, as we like to say.
That's right. Yeah, regression to the mean. She'll be at 4.5 fouls by the end of this game.
Natalie Scott and Grace Nystuen Nice tune. Checking in.
Grace,
for the
we're
Conference.
sorry for butchering your name here or there.
First one is off the mark for North Central. Second one by Regressa coming up. Second free throw is good as Gomenican comes in for North Central. .20 game here.
Went on Facebook last night after the game and found out that there were people watching.
There's people that watch these?
Several.
Wow.
Last night.
Wow.
Several.
Hey, maybe we're doing our job right. As
Well, not
Pearson
like
brings the ball
3.
up.
And somebody even complimented the broadcast.
As Maddie makes the shot under.
Which made me think they weren't watching.
Hey, you're getting compliments.
This is like, I don't want to gush, but Tom Olson, you're my favorite.
Hey, as Bradley shoots the mid-range jump shot, it is good for North Central. Anybody compliment the beautiful men's coach sitting on the bench over there last night?
They didn't, but it kind of was one of the things that goes without saying.
Aw, Pearson shoots the 3. Sometimes you gotta fish for compliments, just a little bit.
That's right.
I need some love too,
There, I appreciated, you were not pouting.
Hey.
And you and Micah were over there keeping it real.
Hey, you know we got it.
You were setting a good example, leading men.
Yes.
I liked it.
Yes, sir. Rael's going to bring the ball into the front court for North Central. She sets up the play, looking to get the ball in the post. Sluter's got it, posting up on Munfrum. Rael with the give and go, drives in, off the mark. Sluter with the rebound. She shoots it. It's off the mark, rebound by Peterson.
Rael has had many shots that have not fallen, but have come very close.
A lot of good shots, too. She's playing very hard out there.
She's an athlete.
Absolutely. She's going to pick up the foul here for a hold. That will be her third.
Number 1, Sally Rael. Her third personal foul. First foul for the Rams.
FLBC sets up the bounce play, gets nice tune underneath, and it's off the rim and rebounded by Sanchez. Sanchez kicks it over to Rael, who brings it up and sets up the offense for North Central. Finds Gomedican in the corner for 3, off the mark, rebounded off the hands of Natalie Scott, rebounded by Bradley. Sanchez has the ball in the corner, kicks it to the cutting Gomedican for 2 is good.
It's a nice cut.
That was a beautiful pass.
Let's finish this thing strong. Now we're down 22 with 6:40 left, and we're tired. We've had a great game. Let's see if we can build on it a little bit.
Yep. As a turnover by Nessa, she tries to get the ball to cutting Munfrum. Rael has the ball, receives the ball screen. She drives down the lane. She shoots the layup. It is off the mark, rebounded by Munfrum.
Hey, well officiated game. Pretty
Absolutely.
physical at times, but they've been able to keep it right in control, keep the game moving.
Oh, yeah, it's been a well-played game by both teams. As
Yeah.
Peterson drives down the lane, makes the left-hand layup for 2.
Like it.
Peterson now has 13 for the Conquerors. Rael swings it to Gomedican on the wing, who finds the cutting Sanchez. Is off her hands. She kicks it out to Bradley. Bradley shoots the 3, is off the mark, and then Bradley goes after the rebound but couldn't get there. It'll be the Conquerors ball, as it is a line change for FLBC and a couple subs for North Central.
After the game, we will wrap it with some stats, and hopefully Coach Wendy Grevin will join us. I'm wondering, Logan, you don't get a chance to do this much. Do you want to talk to her? Or do you prefer I do that?
I'll let you do it. I
Okay.
talk to her in meetings all the time. You've been gone sabbatical. You gotta catch up.
Sounds good. There's some fun things to talk about tonight.
Absolutely.
I've really enjoyed this.
Jones on the cut goes up for 2, misses the layup, and is rebounded by Rael. She's going to push the ball into the front court. She swings it up to Gomedican, who shot fakes, goes by on the baseline. Back to Rael, who shoots the baseline jumper for 2, off the mark, and through gets the rebound for FLBC, and turns it over to Rael, who gets the steal. She's going to pull it out and set out the offense. Gomedican with the ball, drives down the lane, and gets fouled by Natalie Scott. That is her second. I gotta let you do the interviews, you know. I feel like people have heard me enough on the play-by-play, you know.
Probably.
They're probably sick of my voice, as I believe North Central just called full timeout with 5:13 to go in the
Okay,
fourth.
so I don't know if you watched all the way through last night.
All the way through.
Did you listen to your own interview?
No, I don't listen to me talk.
Okay, did you hear me talking right before you came over?
No.
Okay, so I was kind of wrapping it up, landing the plane a little early so as not to make you come over and have to talk.
Yeah, but I like to talk. You know me.
You did. You came right over. That's good. Oh, and you did not say 100% once.
Hey, I don't think I've said it once this year.
No, you've been. I can't remember who was the player for Duke way back when, who tried to go an entire season without ever using a cliche in an interview. Bald guy.
That doesn't narrow it down for me.
Played in the NBA for several years. Played for the Celtics. I don't know, I can't remember. He was a smart guy. Sheldon something. Anyway, he tried to go a whole season for Duke, getting interviewed every game, tried to go a full season without using any cliches. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I think I'm too full of cliches, but I got to switch them up. I got to have one thing every year. 100% was last year. I got to have something new for this year.
It's not about me. It's about the team.
Yeah,
or,
so something like that.
Oh, there's no I in team, but there ain't no we either. No,
Yeah.
sorry. I think that's from a movie, actually.
I think you're right. I'll come up with something good for our next interview. I'll see if I have something. North Central's going to take the ball out of bounds, run a set play. Gomedican has it up top, swings it over to King. King surveys the defense, finds Rael in the corner, looks to get inside, swings it back, and it's with Sunset on the wing, who turns it over. Nally Scott picks up the ball and finds Lauren Jones. Lauren Jones is pushing it up the floor and is knocked out of bounds.
Conqueror basketball.
Grevin inbounds the ball for the Conquerors, finds Jones in the corner. She drives baseline, tries to get to Scott, but it's knocked away. Rael has the ball in possession for North Central. She brings it up the court, sets up the offense. Surveying the defense, gets a screen from Sanchez.
Oh, solid screen. Are they going to call?
I think they're going to call 2 hands on.
No, that's what they're going to call.
Anna Wren picks up her 4th.
Boy, that was a solid screen.
That was a nice screen.
And it was, I mean, like, I think it's clean. It's just very solid.
What do you think the over-under is on Anna Wren fouling out?
Over.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, 435. And how about bruises?
Yeah, Sanchez shoots the post shot. It's off the mark and it is knocked out of bounds by North Central as FLBC will take possession here. 20-point game, 4 minutes, 25 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Grevin's going to bring the ball up for the Conquerors, finds Wren on the wing. Swings it back to Jones, who was cutting down the lane, tries to get to Scott, it's knocked away and is turned over by FLBC. Rael comes out of the pack with it and brings it up the floor.
Just got a text from Pastor Aaron Torman. He's watching
Oh,
from
hello.
Stanley, North Dakota. Hello, Aaron. Thanks for the nice words. Try to keep it up. Thank you, too, for your congregation for purchasing some of the equipment we use to live stream.
Yay. As Wren gets the steal and then turns it over to King for North Central. King's going to pull it out and run some offense. And King turns it over.
Now, Scott Munfrom has not texted me this game.
Man, disappointed.
Generally, I have to ignore him, but maybe that's why he. Maybe that's why he's not texting me.
Well, it's probably because I'm on the broadcast. No one's texting me during the broadcast, so.
That's okay. Well, you're doing play-by-play. You don't have time to look at your adoring public.
I don't have adoring public. I have people that are like, we tolerate you. As Peterson has it on the wing for FLBC. Through's got, swings it over to Wren. Wren surveying the defense, kicks it over to Grevin. Grevin drives, is denied by Rael. Wren back up top, skips it over to Scott. Scott to Grevin on the wing. A lot of passing around the top of the perimeter. Peterson has on the wing, 7 on the shot clock. She pushes off, but doesn't get called and ducks up a shot. Wren gets a rebound, and I can't see what happened. I think she was either out of bounds or she got fouled. I'm gonna say
There was
out
a
of
whistle.
bounds. That was a possession. That was a possession.
Must have landed on the ball. So, Micaiah, that's 4 fouls for her.
Yep.
Okay.
As North Central brings up the floor, Rael's going to set up the offense for North Central as FLBC's in their 2-3 zone, and Nally Scott knocks it away as Pearson picks up the ball. Pearson kicks it up to Grevin as Rael went for the steal and flies by.
Kelly Grevin's got a brother who graduated from here, has a brother and a sister who will come here eventually. Good players.
Nally Scott for 2. It's off the mark, rebounded by Through. She pulls it out, looks inside, gives it to Peterson. Peterson looking to score, couldn't do anything, passes it back to Scott. Her shot is blocked, but she
And
gets
she's doing
oh,
well.
and ball is all over the place. Sunset comes out with it, kicks it up the floor for North Central.
So Faith is a good player.
Oh, yeah.
Did she play high school basketball at Valley City for the Highliners?
I believe so. North Central's going to take a 30-second timeout here.
She's a good player. Her dad was a wrestler,
Oh, didn't know that.
at least in the men's dorm.
Wow.
He was the champion.
There was a lot of wrestlers that have
There were
gone
a
through
lot,
this
a lot of
door.
wrestlers and before we had a gym, there's,
Hey, you got to entertain ourselves somehow.
yeah, before the gym and the Heritage Hall, classroom and cafeteria, there's really no place to blow off any steam. If you were a piece of sheetrock in the men's dorm in the middle of February, your life was limited.
Yes, I believe that.
Got pretty ugly at times. There are stories.
Even when Heritage Hall was here, I have a story of a guy going through a wall during the winter time.
Yes, so one of the gentlemen who put on a hard hat and ran through his dorm room wall because there was always a hole there, and might as well make it a big hole.
Yeah.
He's currently the captain of a major police force and has a distinguished career.
Well.
So, you know, you can grow through Bible College.
Oh, yes, we are all young once. As Munfrom's going to tie up North Central.
Adam Addy. Adam Addy's not going to let go.
Conquerors will have the ball as Lauren Jones is going to check back in here for the Conquerors.
Lauren Jones coming back in for Natalie Scott.
59-39, 2:16 left in the game.
Grevin's going to bring the ball up the floor for FLBC. She looks over the defense, finds Peterson, who kicks it to Munfrom. Back to Peterson is knocked away. Sluter with the steal for North Central.
My wife is in attendance, and I do believe she's making fun of me.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're married. No, see, I don't have anyone to make fun of me.
Various group texts
Oh, boy.
making fun of me,
I'm sorry.
knowing that I can't reply.
I won't make fun of you.
23 years of marriage. This is what I have to show for it.
Hey, just think. 4 more years, you'll be at how old I am.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Bradley
I
has the ball
remember
in the
when you
corner.
were born.
Oh, boy. A travel for Bradley.
Strand Family Christmas, this little thing running around.
What a good time. Strand Family Christmas is a great time. Grevin's going to bring the ball up the floor for the Conquerors. Kicks it to Ren on the wing, who drives in and picks up her dribble, finds Munfrom at the high post. Grevin kicks it back to Munfrom, who drives down the lane, is knocked out of bounds, but Conquerors will retain this possession with 17 on the shot clock.
We have not scored much, have we, this period?
No, we have not.
Okay, so 7-4. They haven't either. Yeah, so 7-4 this period.
It's been a lot of jump balls, a lot of contested shots, and a lot of that.
Chances are that both teams are tired here.
Yeah, like we said, early, coming off a break. Fishing's not exactly at peak point.
Got a text from another friend who says they went in on the group text.
Hey, I mean, if anyone wants to start a group text with me, I mean, go right ahead.
That's funny.
Just kidding.
Oh, it's funny.
Please.
Anna Walter, just text my wife and she'll let you in.
Please don't put me on group text.
No, that's all right.
Lauren Jones has the ball for the Conquerors, and she turns it over.
Boy, we do have some good athletes on the floor.
We
this
do.
year.
Progressa has the ball for North Central, kicks it over to Bradley. Bradley setting up the offense, is going to receive a ball screen here and she turns it down, drives baseline, goes up for 2, and is fouled by Abby Peterson. That'll be her second.
Okay, so that little refuse the ball screen, go the other way.
That's
I
phenomenal.
like it.
That's phenomenal.
That's very nice.
You know, you use the ball screen every time, you know, defense starts to expect it, so you just pull a little jab step in, defense goes, and
If you'll allow me to nerd out, since it's a 21-point game with 57.5 seconds left. Back when I coached, you know, it was a lot easier to stop a ball screen because people weren't stepping back and shooting from 25 feet.
yeah, who would do that?
It was just a lot easier. But now you gotta get a hand out.
Have to. That's why there are so many ways to defend ball screens now, as Ren's going to turn it over. Bradley's going to bring it up the floor for North Central as we wind down here in the 4th quarter. 44 seconds left to go. Hand off to Gomenikin. Sorry for how many times I've screwed up her name for you North Central friends out there.
She deserves better.
She does deserve better, but I cannot do better. I'm trying my best. As it is a turnover by North Central. Looks like we'll have a last possession here by the Conquerors. They'll bring the ball up the floor. Grevin has it at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Ren on the wing. She surveys, gets it to Munfrom at the high post, who kicks it back to Peterson. Peterson takes a dribble, kicks it back to Jones. Jones fires a 3, and it is no good.
Almost.
Off the mark.
That's going to be our ball.
The Conquerors will retain possession. 8 seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
61-41 would feel a lot better than 61-39, so let's put this in.
Throw a lob play. Let's see Lauren Jones go dunk it. Ball is passed out to Pearson. Pearson shoots a 3. Off the mark and is rebounded by Sluter underneath, and that will be it here at the Student Life Center. Final score, North Central 61, FLBC Conquerors 39.
And my favorite part of every FLBC basketball game, the teams will gather at half court and pray. I appreciate that.
I'm glad you didn't say the handshakes. I was a little concerned when you started saying my favorite part right away, as they will shake hands in good sportsmanship
and
before they do that.
hopefully pray.
hopefully pray.
And we try to anyway.
When we say hopefully, we mean yes.
Yeah, that's going to happen. So. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So the scoreboards are off. Zach's ready to get home.
Zach's had enough. Zach has done this 2 nights in a row. He's like, we need to get the cleaning crew ready and get out of here.
Well, we will have. No, we do appreciate everybody who works hard to make these things happen. It's not free, not cheap, not easy. People make it work. Production crew tonight. Aaron Dyrud, the pride and joy of TRF, Thief River Falls, Minnesota, on the camera, and Luke Quambeck, our producer on the evening. Luke does a lot of work around the school, making things look good, and is also an excellent writer, but people sometimes don't even know he writes. So
He writes?
He does. He's pretty good at it. So,
Yeah.
so we will run down some stats, hopefully talk to Coach Wendy Grevin, and go from there. Okay, so you're running up to Winnipeg on Friday?
We are warming up to Winnipeg on Friday. We will be there Friday night and Saturday. I believe the games will be live streamed, so look at it on the Canadian Mennonite website. Because for a live stream, I hope it's there. If not, I'm sorry. I have no idea.
CMU, Google Canadian Mennonite University in Winnipeg, and you'll find it. So that'll be good. Hopefully you guys have safe travel. So it is, it's a haul.
It is a haul, but it's a good bonding time for the teams to sit in the van, listen to different books, different podcasts. It's a good time. We've learned and grow on those trips just as much as we learn and grow through playing the game.
Yes, and listen to them talk about their favorite class, mine, and maybe that would, maybe not. Okay, all right.
I'll be honest, half the trips they don't talk, they sleep.
They
don't.
sleep.
It's me driving and them sleeping in the back seat and me hoping to stay awake.
All right, so top scorers on the night. Save Rael had 14, could have had 28. So
Good nights for them.
Ashanti Bradley, 13. Kristen Regassa, 12. And Brianka Dominican.
There you go. Good.
I think so.
Yes,
10.
we think. We're sorry if not.
Rael also had 9 rebounds and 3 assists, so she had a nice floor game, 2. For FLBC, Faith Peterson led us with 13 points. Maddie Munfram with 8. Lauren Jones, 7. Grace Nicetune and Anna Wren with 4. And Veronica Nessa rounded up the scoring with 3 points. Team-wise, shooting, that was a big difference in the game. And it was the quality of shots taken. And sometimes you say, well, we just couldn't make a shot or whatever, but it's the quality of shot that leads to the percentages sometimes. They got a lot more open looks than we did. We were 1 for 7 on 3-pointers, and they were 7 for 21, which isn't great, but it's good enough. That's an effective field goal percentage of 50.
It is, and it will do the job. You really only need to shoot above 33% really just to get into that good zone that you're looking for. But
19 turnovers, so there's turnovers and offensive rebounds. You can almost guess the score of the game by turnovers and offensive rebounds. So 10 more turnovers for us, and a 9-point margin on points off turnovers. Thank you very much. Help me on her name. Lexi, thank you for the stats.
As she hands me my laptop as
your laptop. So.
This is my work laptop.
There it is. I do not see Coach Grevin.
I think she went to the locker room, but shout out to our scores table workers as you see them cleaning up the court here tonight. We appreciate them because then I don't have to do it. So thank you to them.
John Grevin was our PA announcer tonight. So John and Wendy will head north to the northern branch of our basketball headquarters up in where do they even live? Rural something.
They moved. I forgot.
You been up there?
I haven't been to their new house.
It's great. You feel the stress leaving your body.
They invited me to their Christmas party, but I was in Illinois with Alex Woodworth doing some recruiting down there of some other Grevins.
Well, I'm glad you were working. So, they're up in rural Big Lake, probably 15, 20 minutes from Big Lake, probably an hour drive, so safe drive home for them as well. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you especially to Truestone Wealth Management, tonight's sponsor, for help planning your financial future. Contact Kyle Kirby, Mark Presting, or Tim Fugelberg, 701-352-1217. Thank you for joining us on Free Lutheran Bible College basketball. Logan, good to visit with you. We will do this again sometime.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm sure we'll do a couple NIAC tournament games together. So thank you all for tuning in, and have a good night.